I'm going to start the recording. But, okay, so I know we've only got a few on here right now. I know many more are planning on joining us, probably just joined late. But I'm glad you guys got on. I know it's hard for a lot of us to fit this into our Sunday nights, but team calls are super important. It really is. You've got to plug in. You've got to learn. You've got to motivate yourself for the week. So I'm glad you guys are here. We have Amy Paul here tonight. So, Amy, you really inspired me when I saw you on Rock the Pink, which is where I think a lot of us saw you. And I don't know, just you guys being so down to earth and having such, like, I guess, practical tips about not reinventing the wheel. So I feel like we all try to reinvent the wheel 24/7 in our business, and it's just not necessary. You don't have to. And so I feel like we put too much pressure on ourselves and stress on ourselves in trying to do that. So I don't know. You're just inspiring. You're motivating. And I just really, really wanted you to join us. So I'm so glad you said yes. So yes, guys, I just asked her to share a little bit about her story and just her top business tips. So girl, you can take it away.
Okay, so I'm going to try and talk so y'all can hear me because I tried to walk outside and the reception went away. So hopefully not a ton of people will show up at Subway. But okay, so basically I just want to encourage each of you. Like, just like she was saying, I'm a diamond, my husband's a sapphire. Kendall, if it gets too loud, just go like this to me and I'll try and find somewhere else to go.
Yeah, we can hear you just fine.
Okay. So anyways, I'm a diamond, he's a sapphire. So I started this business. Most of y'all, I don't even know if you know my backstory, but I was prior military, 8 years in the Air Force. So was my husband. We both earned our master's degrees, and I was anti-MLM. I didn't feel like people that did network marketing company were actually successful. I had only seen people lose money and their husbands get mad at them. So I wasn't sold out to network marketing. But I took the products for about 8 months before I decided to share. And the products worked amazing for me. I had no irritable bowel syndrome, no sinus infection, tons of energy. I lost 20 pounds. My hair didn't fall out anymore. I got off an antidepressant that I had been on for 8 years. And I just thought all of that was normal. You know, you're a busy mom. I had 7 kids. It's just normal to be extremely tired, a little, 15 pounds heavier and blah, blah, blah. All of that stuff I just thought was normal, but that's not normal. So 8 months into it, I decided, my upline challenged me, bugged me, would not get off my back. And she was like, you've got to just tell some people your testimony. And so I told my mom, my sisters, my friends, and in that a business organically grew for me. And during that time, we had some diamonds come to Kauai and do a barbecue with us that we were friends with pre-Plexus. And they basically told my husband, if y'all don't do this, you're dumb. And we were like, what? They told us they were making 50 grand a month. And I thought, there is no way they can be making 50 grand a month, but they were my friends and I knew they wouldn't lie to me. So I decided to share the product. And I was like, if they can do it, so can I. So I started to work it. And now this November will be my 2-year mark. And like I said, I'm a diamond. My husband's a sapphire. He should go diamond this month or next. So talk about changing our lives. Our lives are completely changed. My husband retired. We bought a bus. If y'all haven't seen it, it's a 45-foot Plexus wrapped bus. And we're traveling the United States with our family with 7 kids, guys. So I homeschool 7 kids. And I still did this business. So if you're on this call, it's because you actually care about your business, because you're taking time away from your family right now. It's Sunday night. And you are choosing to be on this call. I mean, Corey's all lounged out over there, I see. But at least he's listening. Look at him. But he's on this call. Stephanie, what are you, in a hammock? Are you in a hammock? Okay. So, see, this is what I mean. Like, people that take time out of their busy lives to get on this call to hear from me, it means you care about your business. So if you start making excuses for why you can't get on calls, or you're asking Kendall questions like, so what are the ingredients in the Slim? What does the Garcinia Cambogia do? What is this? If you start asking Kendall questions like that, you're pretty much spiraling downhill because you're not taking charge of your business. Okay? This is a business. This is the same thing as if I told you that, I hired you to be a teacher at the kindergarten level. You still have to clock in and clock out, right? Or you're not getting paid. So if you want to get paid, Plexus is not a lottery ticket. You have to actually work it. So how do you work it, guys? How do you think you work Plexus? Is it scrolling Facebook all day? No, that's not it at all. You have to be actively signing people up. If you did not sign people up during that special, that means you are not working hard. Okay, you need to be signing people up. That special was crazy. You could have probably, I think for me, during that special, I probably sent 100 to 150 messages to people. Hey, I don't know, I know you've seen me blowing Facebook up with this thing called Plexus that I've been doing, and you still haven't jumped on board after a year and a half of seeing me post. I don't know what your deal is, but right now it's only $19.99. So I've got good news. Now you can do it cheaper. Do you have 10 minutes on Thursday? We can talk. So basically, I just talk very boldly, very passionately, and I let people know that this is something that they need. I'm not apologetic over it, just like you wouldn't be apologetic if you were a doctor. You know, you'd be excited to tell people you're a doctor. So why are you not excited to tell people about Plexus? So I get that everybody has those first-time nerves, those jittery issues that if you're an introvert, it's very hard for you. And I tell people, like, if you're a newbie just getting started, I didn't get bold overnight. It wasn't easy for me to talk to people overnight. I had to work at this. I had to practice. I had to go in and get over my nerves, and I had to talk to people. I mean, I would walk into a grocery store and look at people and I'd be like, oh my goodness, okay, you can do this. Make eye contact, try and figure out how to talk to them. Okay, now how am I going to bring Plexus up? It was so nerve-wracking all the time. Now, it's not hard for me at all. So, for example, I was telling another call what I do, another Zoom right before this, what I do, my husband and I, is we have a game, how many people we can get in our Facebook feed every day. So we will go into Whole Foods, that's our favorite place, and we'll say, oh my goodness, like he'll go to the meat counter, I'll go to the bakery, we just go to different counters, different people. And I'll say something like, oh my goodness, you're my people. Like, we don't have a Whole Foods on Kauai. We love organic food. So every town we go in, we try and find a Whole Foods. And then, of course, they'll say, well, what do you mean every town you go in? And we'll say, oh, well, we're just touring the country with our 7 kids. We're road tripping. And then I'll say, we're from Kauai. And they'll say, what? How are you doing that? And I'll say, oh, we bought a bus. Do you want to see it? And I turn my phone around, and of course the bus says Plexus. And I say, this is our bus. And they'll say, well, what's Plexus? What? You've never heard of Plexus? How have you never heard of that? It's amazing. It's changed my family's life. Are you on Facebook? Here, put your name in. I'll friend you, and we can talk more. Do y'all hear that I have not even talked to them about ingredients or what it does? Nothing. You've never heard of Plexus? Oh my goodness, let me put you in my Facebook feed. And then they gradually see my post. Okay, guys, that is going to be the key. You obviously can't use a bus, but you can walk into stores like Walmart and say things to the cashier like, hey, I noticed out of all of these cashiers that you have a smile on your face, you're super excited to be here at work, and you have great work ethic. I would love to have you on my team. It's $35 to join. Do you have 10 minutes on Thursday we could talk? I'm looking for people like you. I have not even mentioned Plexus, but I'm mentioning her work ethic. I'm complimenting her, telling her she's amazing, how I want her on my team. Does that make sense, guys? Because people are looking for an opportunity. I don't really talk about the products a ton until I get them on the phone or until I have them on my Facebook Messenger or some way to talk to them, because people don't go to bed at night worrying about their migraines, their depression issues, their energy levels. They've accepted those over the years. But they do go to bed at night praying for an end to their financial trouble. And you have the key to that with Plexus. And if you're not willing to share that because you're nervous or you're scared or you're not fully sold out to Plexus, then you need to get fully sold out. Because the difference between me and you right now is I have been told no more than you. I have been told no way more than you. This is a numbers game. 20% of people work. Okay? So if Nancy on your team is not working, Nancy on your team would not work if she got a job. She'd probably be fired. Okay? Most people are Nancy's in this world. Do not be a Nancy. Okay? Be somebody that works. Be an Amy. Be a Kendall. Be a Stephanie. Be a Corey. Be people, that person, that 20% of the population that works. Okay? If you sign up 100 people, stats show 20% of those people will work. 20%. If you were to own your own business, I mean, think about it, guys. My husband and I, we owned our own off-road business. Do you know how hard it was to find people that wanted to work? There were actually decent workers that you didn't have to say, hey, hey, do you see that spill that I just almost tripped on? Maybe you should have cleaned that up without me telling you. That's the normal mentality of people. You have to find the people that don't think that way. You have to find the ones that are very motivated, like you. So be told no. Do not be afraid to be told no. This business will grow you in ways you didn't know were possible. My senior Ruby, she should hit Emerald this coming month or next, threw up. Seriously, physically threw up every time we did a meeting together in Kauai. She was such an introvert. She was so anxiety driven because of standing up in front of crowds. Now she can lead the whole thing without me. Perfect. And she is so proud of herself for overcoming that hurdle. So you just have to overcome the parts of your life that are hard. If you are not into self-help books, you need to get into those. So I love the book Eric Worre GoPro. I love the book How to Win Friends and Influence People, because if you don't know how to talk to people, if that's not natural to you, that book will help you. Sarah Robbins, How to Rock Your Network Marketing Business is a good one, but always be in a book. Surround yourself with like-minded people that see the vision, so when those naysayers come to you, you can just brush them off. They mean nothing to you, okay, guys, because you have Kendall that has your back. You know she's successful. You have me that have your back. Y'all know I'm successful. So those are the people that you want to focus on. If this is your dream, if walking to the bank and cashing a $40,000 to $50,000 check every month is your dream, then you need to make that happen. So how are you going to make that happen? It's not overnight success, guys. If you're a silver ambassador on here, can you raise your hand? I'm trying to look. Angie, who else? Tiffany, Jonna. Is that how you say your name, Jonna? Okay. I'm scrolling my phone because I'm on a phone, so it's like teeny tiny. So if you're a silver ambassador here, I want you to think that right now you are at a very hard point in this career. Very. I feel like silvers and golds, senior golds, it's hard. You're in the trenches. You're like, is this even worth it? Is this worth my time? Is this worth my $250 a month or my $500, whatever? Is it worth it to you? And this is where the rubber meets the road. This is where you have to get in the trenches and realize that a year from now, if you don't work this business, you will be in the same spot you are right now. You know, the same exact spot if you don't work this business. But in 1 year, my husband, less than a year, is Sapphire. Sapphire is $245,000 a year. If you work this business for 2 to 4 years, if you write on a big dream board, if that's what you have, I'm going to give Plexus 2 to 4 years. People quit before they realize the potential, before they even see it. They quit because they get their 3 people and 2 of them turn out to be Nancy's that say, the product didn't work for me. I had Candida die off. I couldn't get anybody to sign up. Nobody wanted to sign up under me. That's because you're a negative Nancy. Nobody wants to sign up under you because no one wants your life. So with Plexus, this is what I tell people. You are selling your life. You're selling a happy homeschooling mom, Kendall, that has energy to homeschool her kids, is beautiful, blonde, curly hair. Like Kendall is selling her life. She's not really selling Plexus. So if you're a negative person, you're not going to sign anyone. You have to be positive, happy, and passionate. So when you sign your 3 people up, and remember the numbers, 20% of people work. So if you sign 3 people up, hopefully 1 will stay. 1. What are you going to do? Depend on that 1 and say, well, these 2 people turned off. How do I get them to work? No, don't say that. I tell my people, don't ask me how to get people working, because once you find that magic answer, you need to share it with me, because it is almost impossible to get people that don't have work ethic to work. So you find people that have work ethic. You find more Stephanies, more Corys, more Brendas, more Angies, more Kellys, more Rachels. That's what you're doing, guys. You're finding people like you. You're finding people that want to work. It's a numbers game. I've been told no more than you. Only difference. So get out there, send messages. Bridget Ryan, she is on the leaders board every week. She's one of my dear friends, homeschool mom of 7. She made diamond in 1 year. She has 300 level 1s. 300. She has personally signed 300 people up. And how did she do that? She did that because she sends 40 messages a night. 40 messages a night to people. How many do you send a night? Truthfully. I had to check myself, because I was like, I didn't send any yesterday. I didn't send any the day before. Oh my goodness. We need to put in your income producing activity. Let's say you clock in. I'm going to work Plexus right now. It's 8:01. I am not getting off of whatever I'm doing, my income producing activity, till 8:30. That gives you 30 minutes to work. Don't piddle that 30 minutes away by scrolling Facebook. Send as many messages as you can in 30 minutes. Post on your Facebook page, send as many messages, and then get off. That is where your income producing activity is. Your income producing activity is not training, trying to figure out who to pull along on your team. It is personally signing people. I have been doing this for 2 years now, November, and I will tell you that I was at Emerald and my husband was at Gold. And then we signed 3 people up the same month that were rock stars. The 20%, they just happened to all 3 come on our team the same month. And those 3 people took my husband from Gold to Sapphire in 6 months, back to back. So you could be sitting here as a Gold ambassador right now, and in 6 months go Sapphire if you sign up the right people. I didn't train those people. Like, I don't have this awesome, amazing training system. No, I just worked with them, said, okay, this is what I want you to do. So I'm going to give y'all a few applicable tools that we use on our team. We have a duplicatable system that we all use. I tell everybody, this is not rocket science. When you work Plexus, you keep it simple. Think of those books at Barnes and Nobles that say Plexus for Dummies, Computer Science for Dummies. That's what I want you to focus on. Basic, simple steps. First step, oh my goodness, I see a 907 number. That's Alaska. I used to live in Alaska for 10 years. Okay, so basically, simple steps. When you get a newbie that signs up, what you need to do is you need to tell them, okay, I'm so glad you signed up for Plexus. Now I want you to post on Facebook. And most people, and I'm sure you did this too, said, nope, not until I get a testimony. I want to be able to have a testimony before I share. And what I tell everybody is, I just cut them off right there. Nope, you're not doing that. This is what you're doing. That's what I say. Nope, we're not waiting. This is what you're doing. You're going to post on Facebook these sentences. So excited to start this natural supplement my friend Amy told me about. She had better energy, better gut health, lost 20 pounds, better sleep. Who wants to try this with me? So super simple. I send them word for word what I want them to write, and I tell them to take a selfie and post it. And once they do that, I tell them, I'm going to be there for you. So when somebody writes, what is Plexus? I get on a 3-way message. Instantly, I tell that newbie to start a 3-way message. So it would say, hey, Nancy, I don't really know what Plexus is. I'm just getting started, but my friend Amy has been doing this about 2 years and has a great testimony. Amy, can you share your health testimony with her? And then I take over the conversation. So the key to this is 3-way messages, because the person you signed up has no clue what to say. If somebody asks them what is Plexus, they're going to instantly get embarrassed or start sweating and think, oh, this is horrible. I don't know what Plexus is. And when people get that uncomfortable feeling, they quit. No one likes to feel uncomfortable. So you are helping them. Think of it as on-the-job training. So you are helping those people, get started. And you're hopefully going to get that newbie a customer or an ambassador out of this. Once they get a customer, not only did you just sign up somebody that's a green line that has a welcome tag, you've also got them 100 PV, which gives you points right away towards ranking up. So you need to work on getting your people silver in 7 days. This is very doable, guys. The only reason people don't get silver in 7 days is because we limit them. We don't tell them. We don't give them a goal. We don't say anything like, hey, you just signed up. Let's get you silver right away. We're going to do that by doing this. Post on Facebook, start 3-way messages, and then I would like you on Thursday at 6 o'clock to set up an informational video conference with me. It's called a Zoom. I'll send you the link, and I just want you to invite 3 to 5 people. And they're going to say, how do I get people on a video conference? And you're going to say, you have a couple best friends, a couple sisters, a brother, and a mom, okay, that want to support you. So just get them on this call with me Thursday at 6 o'clock. And if they say, oh, I don't know, then you say, does Friday at 6 o'clock work? Okay, do you see how I'm still pushing? I'm like talking them into it because they are uncomfortable. But as soon as they see how easy it is and how I do everything, it's very simple. But the key to this is keeping it personal. Like right now, how many participants are on here? Let me look. There's 16. 16 people. I can't get to know Angie. I don't even know how Angie got started in Plexus, or Brenda, or Kelly, or Rachel, or Tiffany. I don't know anything about y'all. And that's the thing, is I can't get to know you this way because there's too many people on this call. But if it was me, Corey, Kendall, and Stephanie, which is on my first screen on my phone, we could have conversations. I could get to know each of them personally. I could get to know their health concerns and everything. And so when you do an informational, you keep it very small. So it's intimate. It's going to take more of your time than these big Zooms that lots of people do. I know a lot of diamonds promote, we're going to have a Zoom call on at this time. We're going to be going over the products. But they get like 100 people on there. Now, how can you get to know 100 people? You can't bond with 100 people, but you can bond with somebody in 25 minutes if there's only 2 or 3 of you, 4 people. So you can do lots of little Zooms. So what I do is every time I sign a new ambassador, I get them to get 3 to 5 people on a Zoom with me. Every time. So then I try and get them to silver, and I keep doing it. And I duplicate that system down, guys. I learned that every big event I did, people went home and talked to their skeptical husbands and didn't ever sign up. So I was like, this is a waste of my time. So what I started to do was just keep it personal. So the smaller, the better. It takes up more time, but it is so great just having that personal interaction with your people. So again, post on Facebook, get 3-way messages going, and get those people silver in 7 days. Get in some good self-help books, some good network marketing books. Make your Facebook feed everybody on this call. Like everybody on this call right now is on Kendall's team, right, Kendall? So all of you should be Facebook friends. All of you should be Facebook friends. You should all be talking to each other. You should all be supporting each other. So when Brenda makes a post, you all get on there and say, oh my goodness, Brenda, Plexus did this for me. You can copy and paste that so it doesn't take long, but you should try as much as you can to support one another so you're building a great, tight team culture. Teams only move forward if they are moving at a cohesive unit. A cohesive unit. If y'all are all splintering off doing your own thing and not being supportive or encouraging, then it's going to go slower. So form together, tight, encourage each other, talk to each other, power up with, if you're a silver, power up with another silver. If you're gold, power up with another gold, and goal set together. But all of you need to have a goal. For me, I could not see diamond when I was a silver. I just couldn't. I needed to see gold. And when I was a gold, I needed to see senior gold. And so how I did that was I made a board, and I put the board behind me. You can do a whiteboard or a piece of paper, whatever it takes. And I wrote 1 through 20. How many people you need on your team to go gold is 20, right? So if I had 4, I wrote 4 names in my columns, and I knew I needed 16 more. So what you need to do is have a goal, and how are you going to get to that goal? It doesn't come like you're thinking. I have a lot of people like on my team that think, if I could just sign up an Amy, I'd be diamond. If I could just sign up a Kendall, then I'd be diamond. That's so not true. Okay, what you need to do is you need to be the diamond. Eric and I have personally signed up 8 people this month already, and I think that's pretty big for us because we've been in the company a year and a half. But my goal every month is to go silver. But then I was like, why am I only going silver? You know, I need to be adding more. So y'all need to be looking for rock stars, just signing people up, and 20% of people go. And the people that don't, remember the negative Nancy's, just let them go. And don't think as a gold or senior gold, do not start thinking, well, if I could just get my people to work, if I could just get those white lines back on, throw that mindset out the window. Okay, throw it out and start working on you. Start finding people actively. Do not go into management mode. That's my biggest thing I could tell you is do not go into management mode. So ask me questions, Kendall, because I could talk in a million different rabbit trails.
Well, okay, so I actually normally have a list of questions, but you've answered every single one. So I was looking through my list, and I'm like, yes, she got that one and that one and that. So I really don't have any now. I mean, but the biggest thing, I know they talked about this at convention, is that, you know, the more successful that you are in this, the more no's you have heard. And I was even listening to a training call earlier about, you know, go for the no. And it was Emily Roberts who was doing the call, and she was talking about how she went for like 50 no's a day. Like that was her goal. And it's not just like you message 50 people, and if all of them don't respond to you, that counts as a no. Like, no, it's literally somebody saying, no, I'm not interested in this, because that takes away that fear of rejection. it takes away that fear of, you know, like emotionally attaching yourself to that outcome, because we're all scared people are going to tell us no. And so if you're going for that, then you're like, okay, I'm going to reach out to this person on my scaredy cat list because I know they're going to tell me no. And yes, that's what I want today. And so, you know, I love that, because I do feel like that's what holds people back is we're scared. We are scared to reach out to others because we don't know how they're going to take this, and they don't have our passion and our excitement. And so, you know, just hearing that reiterated tonight, that you guys have heard that way more than we have. So, you know, but I mean, you're refreshing. You kind of, I love doing these calls on Sunday because I feel like it recharges us for the week and gets us excited for the week and ready to just boldly go out there and tell people about it, because we are the ones that control our dreams and that make those dreams happen. And if it doesn't happen, we have ourselves to point that finger at, not our sidelines, not our uplines, not our downlines. So I don't have questions for you. I really don't, because you covered it all, girl. Apparently your rambling works. So
does anybody else have any, I guess?
Yeah, we have the chat box in the bottom if you guys have like a really pressing question that you want to ask her. But I've got her on my Facebook feed now, so I can always throw it at her later too if we really don't do it now and we really need that question answered. So, but I know you're still hiding out in Subway, so we can let you. I don't know how you do it. Like, I'm seeing the people walk in behind you and thinking I would be a nervous wreck if I was trying. But you know what? You're probably going to have an ambassador out of this because they have heard. Like,
so the lady beside me, she's so nice. Like, she heard my last call and she was like, you're so, if I wasn't, I would sign up. Like, she was like, I would work this business. You're so passionate.
You should. It's awesome. That is awesome. I love it, girl. Well, thank you so much for getting on here, especially because I know you had to go out of your way to go hide at Subway just to have cell phone reception. So you're on your phone, right? Not a computer?
Yeah.
Okay, wow. I've never done one on my phone, but I've thought about trying. I always do it on my computer, so I'm always home.
Well, I told somebody that we needed to do a picture of me, all the weird places I've done Zooms, because we were in Lake Tahoe and we were in a boat and we couldn't get back to shore in time. So I hid underneath, like in the cargo area of the boat. And I did one there. I've done one beside buildings, behind trash cans. I mean, it's crazy.
Oh my gosh.
Do it with no reception, all these places.
Yeah. Hey, that's the life though. You know, it's like it fits into the nooks and crannies and you do it when you can't. Like, that's just
no excuses. No excuses.
Well, I'm going to go to the gallery view real quick because I am going to take a picture of all of you. So you're going to get your picture at Subway, girl. Okay. So everybody smile. Corey, he's getting up out of his lounge chair. Okay. Y'all ready? Smile. Okay. I got it. Well, thank you so much. We will let you get back to your babies and your husband. I don't know if they're parked in the parking lot of Subway in your RV.
No, they're at the bus.
Okay, awesome. So, okay, well,